this talk on leadership and influence is Reverend Randy Martin.
Hi, I'm Randy Martin, Vice President of Sales and Marketing at HowToGuru.com. You may not think you have what it takes to get a bunch of people to give you all their possessions, to listen to everything you have to say, defend you, worship you, be mesmerized by you, and eventually believe so deeply in you and your prediction of the end of the world that they're willing to drink the Kool-Aid, wait for the spaceships, or start a firefight with the FBI. But what it takes is not a natural gift of charisma, nor is it amazing good looks, but both help. No, what it takes is a plan, a step-by-step plan to start your very own doomsday cult. A friend of mine came up to me and said, "Randy, why would anyone want to be a cult leader?" Geez, yeah, why would anyone want to be worshipped as a living God? Let me show you where so many people have failed and others have succeeded accidentally. You can learn my amazing step-by-step plan to indoctrinate your first loyal minions, grow your followers, isolate and brainwash hundreds and intensify their obsession with you. You can raise the stakes and eventually convince them that the world is going to end. These are actual techniques used by some of the best cult leaders of all time. Start small, be simple. Being helpful is one of the best ways to make people believe that you're a good person. Go do good deeds. Get out there, start a homeless shelter or a small church with a lot of outreach programs. Or start giving your own brands of personal motivation. You don't have to reinvent the wheel here either. There are dozens of religions and psychotherapists with great ideas on how to make people feel good about themselves while also being dependent on a leader. Just rename these techniques and don't tell anyone you stole them. Now, this is an important component. Never let anyone feel autonomous or self-sufficient. Only give them the tools they need to keep coming back for more and more help. Now, this will take some trial and error at first, but once you find your groove, you'll get it. Keep your eye out for lost souls who take a special liking to you. These folks I call the first fanatics, and they are the key to everything. When recruiting, you want to be righteous and look for desperate people who are a little bit articulate and willing to be righteous themselves. Look for handsome thugs or tough guys, and find very vigilant, focused, and attractive women. Now, I'm not saying you can't have some ugly followers, but these core members have to seem special to simple people because these are the ones that are going to be doing most of your work for you. Now, some of these techniques may seem counterintuitive. You want to be kind to everyone, but you also want to always play high status and never let anyone talk back to you in public. If somebody questions your authority, immediate consequences. Be sweet to everybody and tell them how special they are. Always remind them how messed up they were before. And these first fanatics should have a special title or rank, something else that everyone can aspire to become. Now, once your numbers start reaching 40 or 50 people, start to push the boundaries on what is normal or acceptable. This is fun. This is a very fun time to bring in costumes, robes, sashes, medallions. Your costumes are going to start where they're at, but eventually the more outrageous, the better. You should also at this point project yourself as a great spiritual leader. Claim that you're special, much more special than everyone. Tell them that you have a way that will raise people up and away from the rest of the others. Others also, very important to have creative names for others. The unclean, the lost souls, the hordes of animal-minded people. Let them know that this way will raise people up and away from them, that this way cannot be corrupted by the wrong kind of contact. While you're doing all of this, remember that it's important to keep getting out there and doing your good deeds. And when you're having your gatherings, services, talks, whatever you want to call them, make them more and more ritualized. Recitation of pledges or songs, prayers you've written, even unique movements and dances. Get creative. The more fun it is, the better it'll feel. Now, this is important. Don't go dark early. This is about hope, the slow unveiling of a great master plan. Miracles! Miracles! Revelatory demonstrations, speaking in tongues, healing powers. Whatever magic you choose to incorporate, it's important that it has a complicated mythology that goes along with it. People want to believe there's more to life than just the obvious material humdrum stuff. Big or small, they want magic. Give them magic. Eventually, your way of life has to be such an improvement to your minions, they're going to want to go out and recruit for you. So get your best talkers out there and find lost souls. Expand your own brand of cult step by step. Create a book or two with your rules for life. Write your own Bible. Or at least say that you have a better version of one that only you can read but can quote at will. Sometimes it's fun to find it in a cave or write it while in a trance. Oh, if possible, have your own name for God. This is also fun, and it helps separate your followers from other people. Because remember, the more your message cannot be gotten anywhere else, the more conviction you'll get out of your people, and the more they'll want to remove themselves from the rest of society. Wow. Now, this brings me to a very critical side note. Do not fall for your own BS. That's a sand trap. War chest. Money is very important, although that's not what you tell your followers. Oh, and by the way, claim to be a religion as soon as possible so you'll get tax exemption. Now, it's usually a good idea to get your followers to give up all their possessions. Not give away, give to you. That is a common mistake made by first-time cult leaders. Now, eventually you're going to have them working on farms, fishing boats, making candles, and all these demeaning jobs should have a special name like God's work or humble tasks of the devout. This way they'll feel like they're doing something important, while in reality they're actually just working for slave wages and making you some money. So with your tax exemption and your army of devotees working for you, start to invest in as much property as possible. A quiet jungle retreat or a desert ranch. Hey, if you can get your own private island, bonus. The idea is to amass as much property as you can so you can have your followers live in a utopian society. Now everybody's working at their own scale, and you can just watch it build up and build up before you pull the plug. You know, some cults are so successful at growing and amassing wealth and power that the end of the world keeps getting further and further away. But if things start falling apart, you always have one card to play. You can always go out big. Well, this has all been a rough draft. If you need any more help on starting your own doomsday cult, you can find everything you need at howtoguru.com. Good luck and happy hunting.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do you mind sitting with us and answering a few questions? That would be just great.
My honor.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, when's lunch?
Soon. Yeah, just a few more minutes. I just got a couple of.
I like him.
I thought you might. So, Randy, first of all, thank you for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure.
I know that
you're
super busy.
Never too busy for you, Brett.
And so, so you've got that place in Venezuela now, huh?
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Oh, you know, you just gotta love a nice little quiet place. I got everybody, you know, I got my people just enjoying the grounds on their daily rounds just around the campus there. It's just lovely, lovely stuff.
Yeah, and what are you producing down there now?
Well, we got a little coffee farm we're making.
Nice.
We got some stuff. My My people have their own little roast they're doing. It's, of course, called the We Love Randy roast.
Oh, nice.
Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, it's excellent stuff. You know something? I'll make sure you get a batch.
Thanks. Thanks. I love a nice cup of Venezuelan coffee. That is.
Oh, it'll wake you up in the morning, that is for sure.
That's really exciting. I was reading a little bit of your blog, and
thank you.
I heard that you actually grew up in not one but 3 different cults. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Oh, I've been in it my whole life. You know, my parents were in the Children's of the Stars. That's where I was conceived, actually, as a ritual, which they still, still have pictures from that, and it's just a fun thing.
Yeah,
it's just a fun thing.
That's fun.
Yeah, and then we, as we grew up, we went into the Muppets of Mayhem. This was around, kind of short-lived. It was based off someone who used to work for a, let's not name the studio he worked at, but it was mostly puppets and stuff like that. It really was great for kids, really.
Yeah,
it's actually, so it's one of the things I use, when I'm bringing in people's children.
And how did I heard that they all died in that fire, and your family got out?
Oh, yes. Us and one other chosen family were able to, luckily, miraculously, survive that great tragedy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, hey, those souls are on Neptune right now in just loving peace.
Yeah.
And we were happy to sacrifice ourselves to just be safe and keep the message going here on Earth.
One more question. I've always wanted to have my own cult, and I was just thinking, you think I got what it takes?
Oh, you got what it takes. If you got what it takes, it's in you already. And I think you know that more than anyone else.
Thank you. Thank you. So one more time for Randy. Thank you. Reverend Randy. That's so great. Give me another hug.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.